What's good, guys? It's your boy King David, back at it with another video for you guys. In this one, I'm gonna talk about fitness more than retention, and it's gonna be a little bit different from the usual videos. You know me, I like to keep it raw and uncut. I like to ramble, and there was a couple things that I'm gonna do differently for my channel here. I like to motivate people on their journeys, and I also like to, talk about just strategies and tips and things like that in order to go on longer streaks on your journey. Since I've only made it to 70 days, guys, I'm gonna start making a channel on, not even making a channel, excuse me. I'm gonna start posting the progress of certain days that I've been on my journey. So you'll notice the whole, you'll notice, just progress over a certain period of time, guys. So I'll have a 7-day video, a 30-day video, a 60-day video, 90-day videos. I don't know why my voice is it's kind of raspy right now for some reason, but hey, it is what it is, guys. So what happens, what I was going to say is the fitness journey, guys. I've always been a person who has been into fitness for the majority of my life. In high school, I used to do track. I used to do cross country. I would do the 4x4 on track, and I would do the mile. So the fastest time I ever got on the mile was 5:18, and pretty fast. I'm a good runner, and I started to notice, guys, that I'm trying to build my body a little bit differently than I have before in the past. I would say that before I was always just working out, guys, and you get to a point where you kind of go for an ideal body physique, guys, and when you're going for a certain body physique, go for what appeals most to you, guys. Me, I really like the CrossFit kind of look, guys. And I started to be more consistent with my runs, guys. I'll run in the morning, or maybe I'll run in the middle of the day, or I'll play basketball, guys. In the middle of the day, I've been playing basketball pretty consistent, and then I'll do some calisthenic workouts, and not too much heavy weightlifting, guys. So pretty soon I'll probably join a gym, and hopefully somewhere close, guys. There's not really too many gyms around me, so I might just end up buying equipment instead of going to a specific gym. But really just having the bar and some weights is really all you need to get that ball rolling, guys. I feel like CrossFit's mostly cardio, and since I'm getting into it, I don't really know all the in particular workouts, but I've worked out most of my life, guys, and I mostly do calisthenic workouts. So since there's a little outdoor park, and they have all these different things that are set up, pull-up bar, and then there's the dip bar, stuff like that is more entertaining to me than CrossFit, because I don't really like to be in a gym, right? I feel like CrossFit is kind of a blend between gym and outdoor, right? Which is a really good aspect to have. But I still feel like you can achieve set body without the equipment. You know what I mean? Probably just different exercises, guys. there's always kind of like a way around things, right? So the idea for me right now is to stay the same weight I am, but just work more on my cardio and my endurance to a point where I feel confident in being able to run like longer distances, not too long of a distance, guys. Like I do take like short breaks in between my runs. I feel like that's important thing to do, because you don't want to be a full-fledged like long distance runner, guys. It's not about like running till you're like just completely drained, guys. It's about working on strengthening the muscles that you already have, guys. Like if you're already like a decent runner, just work on what you can, and just getting back into possibly what you did before in the past can feel like pretty good, like in a relief that you can still do some of the things you did before in the past. I know me, I like to ramble, guys, so like I'm not always on topic, but I just want to say that paired with retention, guys, it makes it a little bit easier to stay on track and stay on those longer sprints or longer runs, you know what I mean? Since things are heating up, it's going to be good too. It's all about having a goal in mind, sticking with the right diet too, and implementing the right amount of exercise, and staying consistent, and then having the discipline to not like eat certain foods or do certain things like that you used to do, guys. So obviously, like I've said, I think in my last video that I stopped drinking, and I think I talked about smoking weed too, guys, and I don't smoke weed anymore, and I haven't really smoked weed, really smoked weed in over like a year, guys. So it's kind of it's not strange. It's like something that you just know that was already going to happen. Like you grew out of it. That's what my brother said to me, and it makes a lot of sense. So if you are like on a fitness goal, you want to be sober, guys. Being sober is important. Being able to have a clear mind, and being able to stay focused on the goal, guys. Stay focused on whatever you're doing in order to achieve set goal, guys. Because like a lot of guys, I think, especially when you like open Instagram, right, guys? Like every time I get on Instagram, I think like the last time I posted not posted, but the last time I like talked about Instagram was like, oh, I'm just gonna get on Instagram to post like something on Instagram. I ended up scrolling on Instagram. Sometimes I end up scrolling, but then it's not so bad of content, right? It's not like content that is gonna be pulling me in for like the whole night, right? I feel like I feel like it's all about your mental, guys. Like whatever you're thinking about is what you're gonna be pulled towards, and like-minded videos. Our phones pick up on a lot of data when we do look at certain sites or look at certain things. It knows, like, I don't know, maybe it tells from just I heard that it knows from like your emotion, right? The emotion that you have on your face. So like, oh, this guy's AI or something like that picks up on your emotion and then gives you more videos like that in your algorithm. So pay attention to what you're watching, and be mindful of how you feel when you're watching it, guys. That's going to tell you if you're going to be sent more videos like what you have been watching. So what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is not, I don't want to talk too much about social media and stuff, but when you get on Instagram, right, guys, and like you see like the build, right? You see a guy like that works out pretty consistently, and you see some of these guys, and you know, like, you go to the comments, you know that like they're on some form of like supplement or drug, right? But mostly a lot of the times we kind of can tell when a guy is on a drug because just the way the body is built, right? It's too vascular, right? Or it's too defined, or he's really large and then he's defined on top of that. Guys, like, he has really wide shoulders and a big chest and abs, and he's like 240 pounds, but he's like your height, right? Which is pretty much average height, or maybe he's 6 foot. So that's kind of like more normal if you're like 6 foot and up. If you're on that stuff, guys, like oftentimes Instagram's gonna throw those videos in your face because they get popular. People want to see the negative side of the internet, and I think here's the thing about like steroids and stuff. It's a drug, guys, and like, you know how like, I'm not talking about like getting high or drinking or stuff like that. It's like if you're taking like a supplement, that's fine. Like, supplements are pretty okay. That's something that you can do, and it's not gonna like ultimately destroy your life. I mean, some of these guys end up dying from overdose and stuff like that. So to each your own, guys. Like, be careful with that stuff. I don't even know nothing about it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never like even thought about doing anything like that because I preach natural all the way, guys. Like, I'm really like a natural person. And I think that, if you're going down that realm to, impress other people a lot of the times, guys, like you're doing this to have this like physique and to show it off to people, maybe to get paid or something. But is it worth it in the end? You got to ask yourselves, yeah. Is that necessarily a worth it thing to do? And then a lot of these guys, they get addicted to that feeling, I bet, right? The feeling of being stronger than what you normally were. The feeling of being able to lift something that you normally would have never been able to lift. The feeling that you get from the girls, probably because you're like a different like size, or you're a different cut than you were before, guys. Like, you get that feeling, but it's like a false feeling, in my opinion, right, guys? Because like, you wouldn't have that physique if it wasn't for the very substance that you were taking, right, guys? Like, you wouldn't have that physique, so you wouldn't have those stares, which means that it's better to just work on yourself without that, and just appreciate what you will get, because it'll be more authentic, right, guys? So it's not about all having the biggest muscles or the most defined jawline and all these other things, guys. Like, that's just what the media pushes at you and makes you want to achieve this said look that's going to fade away eventually. But hey, that's your decision if you want to, guys. I'm not trying to dictate your guys' life or tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but I think if you're on this channel, you're probably not one of those guys. Like, you probably are like more natural. Like, being on retention is something that's more of like a spiritual thing. So you kind of see through the veil and you realize like, that's not worth my time. That's not worth the energy putting into it. Especially if you're like eating really clean. Like, a lot of people who are on retention, they eat clean, or they try to eat clean for the most part, right? They don't always succeed at eating clean, but they try to eat better options, you know what I mean? If you have the choice, like, you try to get closer to God and stuff like that. I feel like if you're in that realm of like doing drugs, guys, like, because that's a drug, you're probably not going to be into like retaining your essence, guys. So, and hey guys, like, it's cool. I think it's amazing, like some of the abilities that these guys have. But if you notice, like a lot of these guys that do that stuff and take those drugs, they're not capable of doing what the people are achieving natural, right? The people who don't do those drugs, they can do better. They can do cooler things than these guys that are. I mean, these guys are kind of just doing it for the look, and then they get into that whole like, what can I say? That whole community, right? Of people that want to do the same things, right? So the more natural look and just working on yourself, I think is better, because then you kind of like feel what you can achieve by yourself. It's not a like exaggerated strength. It's not like the elevated testosterone levels, I guess. I don't know but exactly like what I'm talking about, to be honest, guys. So bear with me here while we get back onto the initial topic of just looking for a certain build or body, right? Even some of the guys, like there's like a one guy on Instagram, I forgot his name, but he does like CrossFit, and I even think he's probably on something, right? He's probably on something, because his body obviously is very toned, but it's beyond tone, right? It's like very vascular and tone, and he runs a lot. But then you start to think like, is this physique possible? You know, you see other people who run a lot, like David Goggins, for instance, right? If you guys have ever seen David Goggins, like, guy's a beast, right? But David Goggins is not so vascular and so defined, and so like he's he's in great shape for himself. He actually probably overdoes things, overworks himself at times, I believe. You know, maybe something in his mind made him go to the extreme. Obviously, there's a lot, you know, from his backstory, being in the military and whatnot. But I'm just saying, guys, like, that's kind of the look that you're going to get, right? If you're about his size or that weight, right, as he is now, it's like you can't expect much more than that, right? Guy runs a lot, right? Runs a lot. He has a pretty good looking physique all around, right? You know what I mean? There's other people who have good looking physiques too, but you know what I mean? They weren't his size prior to that. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're building yourself up, say if you're 155, you want to be up 190 pounds or something like that, or the other way around, you know what I mean? You're 300 pounds, you want to be 180 or something, guys. Like, you gotta realize if you're doing it naturally, you're gonna look kind of like everybody else, guys. Like, David Goggins with a t-shirt on looks like everybody else around him, guys. Those guys on Instagram, even if they have a t-shirt on or not, you can tell like something's a bit different, you know? Something's a bit off, right? It's like you look a little too cut, a little too much, a little too lean, a little bit too muscular. You know, whether if they are or not, I don't know, guys. Like, sometimes it blends in the mix of other people that you're watching, but hey, it's their decision if they want to do that or not, or maybe they get on cycles. Who knows, guys? Like, I don't know nothing about any of these things, but I do know that having that physique, you're gonna attract more women having a physique like that, because you stand out from the crowd. Like, I think when you're like trying to attract women, it is about standing out from the masses of people. And like, same with women, like if they're trying to attract a guy, right, like they want to stand out a bit from the masses of women out there. But guys are very like especially nowadays, guys get trapped into this like illusion. Okay, she's beautiful, and then that's all they think of, right? But even in the girls, right, guys, like I think I was talking about this a couple other episodes, or episodes, not episodes, guys. I was talking about a couple videos back, is that the girls on Instagram, you don't see those girls in real life, man. Like some of those girls you're looking at and you're like, where are these girls in real life? Like you don't see girls that good looking. Like maybe occasionally you might see like a decent one in person. You'll be like, okay, yeah, she's pretty good looking. But some of those girls on there, you're like, whoa, right? It's like a whoa factor. It's like where do you see people like this? You know, like where do you see these like extremely attractive looking people in real life, right? It's very exaggerated on Instagram, guys. It's like, yes, that person's real, obviously, but where do they live, right? Where are they at? Are they in LA? Are they in Miami? Are they in, Brazil? Are they in Africa or something? Who knows, right, guys? Like, are they in? Who knows, guys? Like, where these people are at, and it's kind of funny when we look at the bigger picture here. You realize we're watching somebody that you're probably never gonna see, guys. Like how I was saying before, like. But it seems like there's so many of those girls that are like extremely extraordinary, like good looking. So I feel like we get caught up in that a little bit. So, as far as fitness goes, guys, aim for a goal. Try to implement the right exercises, implement your diet, implement, maxing the best that you can with what you have, guys. I feel like that's the most important part of this video, is that what you have is as far as you'll go with it. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's taking the extra step to, use an exfoliator on your face. Maybe it's taking the extra step to change a product that you're normally using, right, guys? Like, okay, you might be using cocoa butter. Like I use cocoa butter, right? Maybe cocoa butter, it works pretty decent, but maybe there's a different product that works even better. Like, do your research. Like I do a lot of research on a lot of my products and stuff, and when you start getting into the details of things, you realize, like, are you going for longevity? Are you going for looks? Are you going for, you know what I mean? Like, what's your skin type? You know what I mean, guys? Like, there's so many factors involved. So, just make sure whatever look you're going for in particular, stay consistent, stay on it, and, hey, you know what I mean? Take your time with things too. Like understand it's going to take time to achieve set goal, and you know what I mean. Keep at it no matter what it takes. Like especially with retention. Like if you're on retention, guys, and your hygiene is really good too. Like women are already going to really notice you because you're going to get that glow, guys. That glow is important. So. That's that internal work, guys. That's what you need in your life. So if you get the glow, man, and the hygiene's on point, like I was saying before, guys, like the people are gonna notice you. It's gonna be a different kind of attraction. Like the physical attraction, like looking good and stuff, yeah, for sure, that's important too. But it's like you have like a magnetism to you. It's can spark up conversation. You know what I mean? Like it's not just physically, like just the body, guys. So this video is kind of getting long, and kind of made my point with working out and going more for a CrossFit, CrossFit, excuse me. going for a CrossFit kind of like build instead of going for just like a calisthenic. So implementing more runs, it's nice. But in this time, I mean, not in this time, in this season, it's quite hot. So it's kind of like hard to get in the runs. So it's better to do it in the morning, guys. So peace out. Have a blessed day. And stay on your journeys, guys.